Okay, hi. All right, so I just watched Alan's show and it was crazy. It really tripped me out that he actually knew the name that I was thinking of. And I don't know how he guessed it, but he did, and it was even spelled right. I'm still tripped out. But yeah, it was amazing. It was crazy. Yes, I loved it, and I can't wait to see him again.
I thought, Alan had a great show, really enjoyable. Everybody was into it. I really enjoyed the part where people were either hypnotized or they felt something. I don't know what was going on, but a lot of hands were raised when they shouldn't have, and it was really, really funny, enjoyable. It was a really great time.
Man, I just saw two shows from Alan. One that was like kind of card magic, and the other is more mentalism, and both just incredible. Best thing I've seen at the Magic Castle in years. I was blown away. I'm not easily read, my friends aren't easily read, and he reads this like a book, man. I was just incredibly impressed. Definitely, if you get a chance to see Alan, go see him.
Okay, I cannot recommend Alan's show enough. I tend to be a tad skeptical, and my mind is completely blown. Watching this evening and being a part of the show, knowing that he was able to figure out who I was thinking about, I'm puzzled. This was surreal and fabulous. I cannot recommend his show enough. It's so up close and personal, and I'm looking him in the eyes and he's figuring out what I'm thinking. I don't know how you did that, but it was brilliant.
And I've also seen several shows, and Alan's performance tonight was unbelievable. Just some of the things, and I know all the people that were on stage, and I know that they're honest people, and they were dumbfounded by the things he was able to do, and I can attest that all of it still left me speechless. So it was a wonderful show. I'd recommend anybody come see it.
Absolutely.
Alan's a wonderful guy, and it will leave you speechless.
Completely. And I'm never speechless. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Alan was amazing. I thought that his show was absolutely fantastic. Revealed quite a bit, actually. I mean, to be very honest, I didn't believe in mind reading or any of this type of stuff. And then when he did his own show, I found it was like absolutely fantastic. Like,
Absolutely stood out among the rest.
yeah, and it we didn't think it was gonna have the outcome that it did, but it actually, he totally nailed it. It's a great job.
Alan's show stood out among the rest by completely just pulling something out of our minds. It was absolutely fantastic. Instead of pulling something from a deck of cards, pulled something from our heads.
Yeah, I want to say that prior to seeing Alan's show, I didn't believe in mind tricks, mind reading, any of that stuff. But after his show, he actually showed us that what he did was actually real. And I found it so fascinating that he was able to tell us the name of someone that was never even spoken about before. So super fantastic, super fascinating. It's a great job.
One of the most amazing experiences, and you knew her name, her last name, and it brought tears to her eyes. And for me, it was pretty incredible.
But he can create magic, and he can create illusion with reality. It's one of the interesting type of a magic that makes me think, makes me wonder about reality and how the whole cosmos works. Thank you, Alan. It was great.
I felt completely shocked. I can't believe that, and I'm completely shocked. I'm completely shocked. The show is amazing. Amazing, surprising, just unique approaches to magic, to hypnotism, to everything. It was like super unique and just, it was so refreshing. It was amazing. Alan was phenomenal. Alan was like such a pleasant surprise. So unexpected and such a great time.
You're like, oh my God, how did Alan pull this off?
It really was.
It was
magic.
amazing.
It was really
magic. It was magic.
It really was. And I have no idea how you could possibly have done that. It was amazing. It was amazing.
Just the close proximity is there was very intimate, very robust kind of, like, you're in there with Alan going through the process and like, where's this going to end up? And sure enough, you get there and you are.
It felt very personal.
You're amazed.
It felt like it was that you were reading minds. And how did you come up with that if you weren't reading minds? Pretty funny.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Alan was very comfortable in his environment and very, very welcoming. I was engaged and curious and excited till the very end of every trick.
I was struck by Alan's ability, not only skill with magic, but in how natural he was in presenting his work, and how genuine he was with each person, and how different he was with each person. And this is my first magic experience, and I really enjoyed it.
The ability of the mind reading was at a different level to where I can appreciate some sort of psychology behind magic, and it makes sense, but in the real-time moment it was amazing, and it was just amazing. Kind of blew me away. Yeah, sure.
It was fantastic.
It was, yeah.
Truly magical.
It was.
Yes, you had us mesmerized. The mentalist stuff was, yeah.
There was an obvious connection with the audience, and it was really standing out. And that final little gotcha at the end with the card, it really paid off.
Yes, we were blown away.
I think that we could say that our minds were clearly blown.
Clearly blown.
Clearly. I did not know what to expect, had no idea what was going to happen, and I think that you read my husband's mind.
It's a short book, but you read my mind.
It's a short book, but you read it cover to cover, and that was really intense and very, it was magic. It was magic.
I was truly skeptical, maybe, and you read my mind. You pulled an idea out of my head and wrote it on a piece of paper. Cool.
That doesn't happen every day.
No.
I just saw Alan's show. I'm at the Magic Castle on Halloween. I was super impressed. Guys like mad charisma, the tricks, not even tricks. I was like, I can't even speak. It was mental. He's a mentalist apparently. Really enjoyed the show. Consummate professional. I would definitely go back. I was madly impressed. Alan's the guy. The guy was just an amazing stage performer, mentalist, and the whole crowd was riveted. I was personally riveted. I would love to see stuff again. Anyways, Alan, amazing magician, mentalist, whatever you want to call it. I was blown away. I'd love to see him again. You should check him out.
All I can say is when you come to the Magic Castle, if Alan Gittelson is doing a show, don't, in fact, miss it. You will love it. I thought Alan Gitelson's show was absolutely terrific. First time I've ever seen it. Thought it was wonderful, and I hope to be able to see him again. And if you get a chance to see him anywhere, make sure you do. Don't miss it.
Oh, well, I thought it was like unexpected, and I don't know how you did it. How did you feel? I felt like bamboozled, mind-boggled, like bedazzled, bejangled, something that was otherworldly. I mean, I don't know how you did it. It was just kind of crazy. I feel very surprised at the way that you handled your set, because I wasn't expecting everyone to be under mind control as they were. And it worked very well. You did a good job.
Sure.
I don't know, I'm still like kind of like, yeah, not overwhelmed. I'm gonna be like boggled by it. Like I don't know how it happened. Wow. I am completely boggled by it. Like, I don't know how you did it, and I would love to learn how you did it, but I know that this is years and skills and it's practice, and it's something that I can't understand. It's mind-boggling. It is mind-boggling. Like, I just don't, I don't know how. I don't know how. And I wish that our other colleagues had stayed for this.
It was so surprising. I didn't think I was going to, I didn't know what to expect, and I was blown away by the fact. I think the craziest part was feeling you write the name that I wrote down, and I tried to pick the most obscure thing, and I don't even like the actress I picked. Don't tell anyone who I picked. And it was just absolutely bonkers. The show was fantastic too, and like I think it was so surprising, and it was interesting to see the audience just be completely surprised by everything that was happening, and I was blown away.
You're a dating.
No, how things happen. But how did it happen?
Can you explain how I heard you walking around me, and apparently everyone said you did not. So, and you had this sound you're making with your hands, and I did not hear it. Can you tell me everything? I can talk to this camera for days because I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like a huge fan of just altering mind magicians and everything. You're not a magician. You're a wizard. You're not a magician. You're like Harry Potter. Hello, Warlock. Nice to meet you.
Honestly, hundreds of years ago, people would have burned you at the stake, and you are lucky that is 2016. Not that lucky because but lucky enough that it's insane.
All I want to know is, are you a Gryffindor or a Raven? Because the tie I'm seeing, I'm thinking a lot of Gryffindor, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a secret Slytherin, I don't know. That was really special. It was fantastic.
It was wonderful.
Blew my mind.
You gave me, especially just with that one thing about you saying that we're actually gonna have like a really good night's sleep. That to me made me feel super stoked because I've been so busy for a really long time and I had not had a good sleep. When you said that, I was like, yo, like that's fantastic.
She's so excited.
And then my body got really relaxed. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have a good ass sleep tonight. Like it's gonna be fantastic. So like you gave me like a good positive feeling on life. So thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You actually have to tell us what happened. No camera.
Please. I loved it. What you do, it's great. It's like I don't know how you do it. I want to know how you do it. You're never gonna tell me. I get that, but props to you, sir.
Like, that was great. You're awesome. I had a really great time. I don't know. I hope somehow that like you come to an event like that again. It was really fun, and I don't know. It's really great. I'm happy that people like you exist to like bring wonder and I don't know, light the fire between people or something. Well, my experience was I went on stage for Alan's performance, and it was very enlightening. I went up and was, I guess, hypnotized is the word for it, and so it was actually really crazy. And I think it just kind of shows the connection between people, and I guess that's the whole message. I felt good. I mean, I felt like happy, and it was a positive experience. I guess it's like a reaffirmation of the things that we can't see exist, between us. Like,
I'm blown away, Alan. Let me tell this little story. Alan asked me to think of a person. I thought of a person, my mother. He asked me to give him one letter from the name. He guessed that letter. And I don't really remember what happened next, but he pretty much wrote down her name on a piece of paper, drew a little picture of her, and wrote the name, and it was he was right on. It was pretty amazing.
I thought the show was delightful. It far exceeded my expectations. But the fact that my husband, who is the last person who would want to be picked to get up on stage to continue to discuss anything, and that he was the one who got, or you got all three things right, or he got all three things right, and he ended up there. And then the fact that you actually thought of this person, however you do what you did. And I knew, I had a feeling he'd be thinking about one of his parents, because we're going to be taking a trip in a couple of days. And this is totally random that we ended up here tonight, completely random. And that you guessed not only who we might be thinking of, but exactly her name, exactly. You know, I mean, exactly. It's incredible. It's amazed me. It's amazed me because my husband is not, actually I think he sends out a lot of good mental vibes, but he would probably be the last person to say he's mentally connecting with other people on a personal, purposeful basis. And yet, he blew my mind. We've been married 36 years. I don't think I've ever been blown away as much as I have tonight in this one moment with him. That was fun.
Amazing. Yeah, and I got my mind read, which is creepy and unsettling and wonderful.
Oh wow, the show, to be honest, it was very exhilarating, it was funny, it was interesting and intriguing. Some of the acts, the magic acts and your act as well was definitely something that I'd love to see again. And you know, the guys were all just totally pleased with you guys all coming out here. We're truly grateful for all you guys. You know, this place is great, and to have you guys come in is such a bonus, and I don't know what else to say. It was great. Well, Alan, you almost took the show tonight. We were out there, and man, we really enjoyed you coming out here and bringing your hypnotist act and sharing with us what you do. And it's not common that you see something kind of act like that. You know, you have your magicians and you have other stuff and entertainers and comedians, but the hypnotism was a real treat. And we're real happy to have you out here, Alan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting to be as amazed as I was with your work. I mean, when she went up there and you told her to, you know, pick a name, and I was like, there's no way this is going to work. This is going to be some kind of joke. And all of a sudden, you picked her name out of her head, and it was just incredible. Incredible.
It was awesome. It was really fascinating.
It was exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah, I didn't. It was like watching a magic show, but with the mind.
And I was like, oh, okay, this is real. It's not just a show for fake. And then when you actually, like, you did the joke that was funny, but then when you actually spelled it out and it was the real deal, like that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, the hypnosis and all that was really crazy to see live. Yeah, speechless. Speechless.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Really good show.
I just thought it was a lot of fun. I was just telling you, I can't believe that it's real. Like, you really did talk to that guy, and you put that name in the envelope, and then you picked a lady out of the audience that you've never talked to before, and they both came up with the same name, and I don't know how you do it, but I think it's cool.
Alan was so amazing, blew my mind, explained it to me afterwards, but then he made me forget, so I don't know what to tell you. Go see him for yourself.
Alan Gittelson really blew our minds with his mind reading tonight at the Booby Trap. It was fantastic and quite mysterious, actually. I would love to see him again.
Yeah, we just had an amazing evening with Alan Gittelson. It was a party of about 10 people. Everyone had a wonderful time, and we really appreciate the experience. So thank you so much. I recommend it to everyone. Thank you.
Well, Alan, I thought you did a really great job with performance. It was like an icebreaker, and it really brought the audience together, and it kind of helped them overcome that awkwardness you have when you're with a bunch of strangers at a performance, you know, and it helped everyone get settled in, and it was really fun. It was really positive, too. You could just tell from people's body language. You could see their body language sort of relax, and they pulled in together, and it was just a really great feeling, and was a huge contribution to the show.
Yeah, so I thought that that trick that you did when you had the 3 people hypnotized was really cool. It was amazing. Yeah, I was wondering how you do it. I was wondering, and I'm sure you want to tell us.
The last time he came,
why don't you come on in?
The last time he came here, he blew all our minds. He had one of my good friends, Blake and Brandon, both do the same exact thing, and they had no idea what happened.
Those guys don't have no idea. I can't wait to go tell them.
He really blew our minds. 180 people, more than 200 people were blown away.
Amazed.
And the 2 people that got hypnotized or whatever
that was so cool. I think I'm hypnotized.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
Thank you, Alan.
It was actually baffling. Baffling is the word that I would use. Like, could not comprehend how you did what you did. Pardon the French, lo siento. It was just an experience, dude.
It was a little bit eerie. It was very interesting. I found myself fascinated with just the lining the ladies up. I thought it was really cool. Experiencing this show, I feel like it flowed really well. And I think that the timing was really good. And I like that you were doing several different things from the distance. I guess I was trying to figure out. I don't know. How you did it. I try to figure out how people do it. That's what I'm usually doing during the show.
It's very entertaining.
That's what I find it. Yeah, it was very entertaining, and I like the difference between what you were doing compared to everybody else. It seemed like was doing a lot more card tricks, so I did like that a lot. It's kind of fascinating.
I really thought that the different of the magic that you brought out, you know, it wasn't tricks. It was more kind of mind twist. You know, you really have to think about what you're doing and how it's coming out instead of just sitting there and showing cards. So I thought it was just a great, diverse way of showing magic, if you want to consider it magic. But yeah, it was great.
Well, there's something special about you trying to figure it out, but at the same time, just enjoying the fact that you don't know, and that beautiful moment of not even caring. There's something special about magic that you don't understand or have to understand. It's just a beautiful unknown and a beautiful special moment. It was, I guess, the fact that Alan was making guesses, or not making guesses, making some sort of a touch with something that none of us could put our finger on. It was out there to the point that you couldn't figure it out. It was just that. It was something that made you smile. It's the best way I could possibly put it. Putting it in the words.
It was absolutely incredible. I thought she started and I thought it was a joke, and then I did it.
Yeah, honestly, it was indescribable. Like, the way the magic was performed was just fascinating. It was great, honestly.
Alan's show was amazing.
Alan's show was, like, fascinating. Like, I honestly couldn't even describe what was happening, but it happened, and Alan really put on a great show. I couldn't describe it any other way.
Hands down.
My name is Lisa Pidge, and I am the producer here at the Laugh Cellar, the Wine Country Comedy Club here in Sonoma County, California. We just had Alan Gittelson tonight. Absolutely amazing show. This is the second time we've worked with him. absolutely incredible, professional, amazing. The audience was in awe. People left to asking us, did we have plants in the audience? Because he actually did read people's minds in such an amazing way. Super talented. Love working with him. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Go ahead. So I just witnessed the show, and from the perspective of the audience, I couldn't believe some of the things that I was seeing, and I can attest that they weren't touched, and I know these people, and I was amazed at their reactions, and I know how honest they were. So it was an amazing show. I'd recommend anyone see it and witness it for yourself.
It was amazing. It was like kind of scary because Alan, you just you guessed what she was thinking. My friend, you picked my friend, and you got
my husband's name. Yeah, you got all the letters. First, I didn't think you would get it right, just because I was thinking K the whole time, and then you were saying like I and like T, and so I was like, oh, he's not gonna get it, and then here we are.
Yeah, and it's not like an ordinary name, you know, that you could have known. So I was really surprised. I couldn't.
Impressive.
Very amazing.
Like Alan knows everything.
That's amazing experience I've never had. I'm sad that I missed your other part of the one we walked in later. I think you were reading minds and you got the engagement. I wanted to.
Engagement.
What did you think? What did you think of
amazing.
it?
That was very like unique show that I've ever had before. Yeah.
It was great. My mind blowing. Like I told you, Alan knows everything. It was awesome.
I didn't have faith, but you guessed my husband's name, so I think you did a great job. Thanks, Alan.
I love your character. You're so nice and funny, and I trust you now. I believe whatever you say now.
So tonight we watched Alan do his performance, and it was really great. It just, like everybody else said, blew my mind, and it was great. It really felt like you were in our minds and really knew what we were thinking. So, it was great. Thank you.
For 10 years, I've looked for an act to play at family events and functions without ever finding the success I was looking for until I stumbled upon Alan Gittelson and his Mental Wires performance. I flew him across the country to perform for my family who have seen acts across the world, and I can tell you it was the best hour they've had in as many years as they can remember. If you have the opportunity to have Alan at one of your events and have him perform, whether it's for your business or whether it's for personal, I can only recommend him with the highest compliments.
Just like what?
It blew my mind.
That's what I was gonna say. My brain really did explode, and it was magical. It was pure magic right in front of my eyes.
Alan knew that I would be the most intuitive in the room before we even talked. This is the best show of the night. Thanks, Alan.
I was skeptical about magic until this performance. I'm not even kidding. This was my favorite performance of the whole night. So I'm just gonna say that. Wow. Crazy.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was totally unreal. It felt like my heart was beating so fast because I couldn't believe that it was happening. Alan, that was incredible. Like sitting in the audience and having you guess the numbers that I was coming up with. I have no idea how that happens, but 37 and then 86 and to have two in a row like that, and how I'm thinking of the numbers and it's very, very clear what those numbers are in my head, and to have you say them was just an experience that I've never had in my entire life. Like it just like, you know, it gets your heart beating really quickly, and it's scary, and it's just, you don't believe it, you know, and then so when Alan, brought me up here, I like, you're just so accurate that my brain did go from one person, then it went to another person, went to another, and then it came back, and you outlined that happened. And when I landed on my mom, this is who she is, and when I was holding your clipboard and you were writing out the name, I could feel like the pen going in the right direction, and it was really scary and totally exhilarating, exciting, and just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It was so cool. It's unreal. Totally unreal. Yeah. And overwhelming. Like, yeah. To have the... How? You know, like how? Ah! That's how I feel. Yeah, it's totally unreal. So thank you. Thank you, Alan.